Fortnite. So you see, Fortnite has been doing great past couple of years, off of adding Fortnite skins, collabs, map changes, new seasons, new updates. But there's always that one thing that people want most. Now, see, I've been doing research off of YouTube, TikTok, all those apps, And every Fortnite video I look at, it says add old movement back. So you see, old movement, my bad. It also means old map, old guns, old everything. And when Fortnite OG dropped, I'm not talking about the one right now where every month it changes. I'm talking about OG Fortnite Remix. Remember that? That had so many people on. That's what made Fortnite come back. That's what made Fortnite peak. Fortnite, do you know how much money Fortnite has made? Millions, if not billions. I'm sure billions. But it's a company that it's always money. Okay? Like a business you always need to make money. But also, if you want more money, then what are you gonna need to do to make more money? Old map. So you see, old map changes is a must. You're gonna have to in order to make people come back to a game, you're gonna have to add the OG map again. You're gonna have to make it to where another remix, because that was so fun. I'm telling you, as soon as chapter 1 season 1 dropped on Fortnite Remix, I cannot tell you how much fun I had then. That was so fun. And then it just went away, and then it hasn't been back. And then we got Fortnite OG and all of these other game modes. Another thing that I'm going to be talking about later is how many game modes there are. I cannot tell you how many game modes there are on Fortnite. So get back to the main reason. Fortnite can make so much better content and everything if it's off of skins, off of emotes, or like map changes, off of anything. You see, there's gonna get to a point where Fortnite is not gonna have no more ideas of Fortnite skins anymore, So then that's where they're gonna need to make it to where they're gonna make skins that they have made, except change them up. So it's gonna be where it's not the same skin, but it's also a reference, I mean, there's also so many things you can make off of a Fortnite skin, I mean, there's so many collabs, there's so many everything that you can make, And emotes, there's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be, you don't know what emote to drop, there's gonna be a chance, there's gonna be one point in time where they're not gonna have no more emotes to pick from, and that's when they're gonna have to say, okay, we don't have no more emotes, so then we're gonna have to go back and change them up a little bit, so then they're gonna have to add all these other emotes, except just change them up, add different lyrics, all of it, because since AI is getting to a point where it's so strong, it can do, well, not anything, but it can do a lot of things. And I mean, it's getting to a point where it can make like a song, it can make anything, like it can make pictures, videos, songs, anything you ask it to do, it can basically do, like besides in real life. And that is where they're gonna have to make so much money. And that's where it's gonna, because it's, like I said, a company is always about money, And so that's about like the emotes, the skins, pickaxes. There's so many other pickaxes you can add. I don't think that's ever gonna, like stop. I mean, you can add like anything as a pickaxe. Like you can add a sock as a pickaxe, You can add a blanket as a pickaxe, Like you can add so many stuff, a water bottle, anything. Gliders. I don't think that. I mean, gliders. Yeah, they have made a bunch, but also there's so many like remakes that you can make of a glider, and there's just so many things in general that you can just like have a new glider with. So let's go back to the map changes. This season, Chapter 7, I think it's so good. I think they did such a great job. But also, there's also another thing where there's so many um game modes. Like at one point I saw Steal a Brand on Fortnite had over 100,000 people on it. And just think about it. Those 100,000 people can end up playing Battle Royale. I wish Fortnite could go back to where they made their own um like game modes like solid gold, like one shot, like sniper only, like anything like that. Like I got some videos up right now and it's like pistol only, shotgun only, AR only, like just one of those game modes each like week. Excuse me. But like it's the small things that people want and they're not giving it to us. So like especially like I was talking about the old movement. The new movement, it's okay. Movement isn't that big of a thing, but also, like, you also gotta give what people want in the game too, in order to make it to where people want to play it, and enjoy it. So the Battle Royale, I love it. It's fun. Quint, I love it. The 5-person game mode, I love it. I think it's fun. I don't think they're ever gonna run out of any game modes because that's where they can just keep on adding and adding and adding game modes. Like you cannot forget about any game mode. But also, my favorite game mode is Floor is Lava. I think a lot of people like it too. I mean, I just think it's really fun. But if they have like mini live event, like not live events, but like game modes like that, it would make the game so much better, like 10 times better, and it's gonna make it to where people want to come together and play the game. It's so like I said, if you delete all of like, because I bet there's over not even 1,000 games on there, but a bunch of games that people have made on Fortnite Creative, published them and they get, hundreds, like 10. If a game gets 10, if you think about it, if 10 games gets 10 players and you delete those 10 games, that means Fortnite is going to have 100 extra players playing Battle Royale. And Fortnite was originally made off of Battle Royale. It wasn't made off of creative made islands. It wasn't made off of anything like that. Creative, I think is a great idea, but make it to where you can't publish anything you want, because it's getting to a point where there's so many game modes that it's just all gonna it's gonna get to a point where 20,000 people is gonna play Battle Royale and 1,000 is gonna play one game and so on, so on, and so on. It's gonna get to a point where it's just gonna be like that. It's not gonna. There's not gonna have enough people in general to play Battle Royale at one point. So they have to start. If anything, they should make like a poll like each week, and they should give us options of what to add back. Because I remember that in one season it was Chapter 3, Season 4, I think. Or it was during the where Pancake Man and the Mandalorian came. It was, yeah, no, I think it was then, but it was where Fortnite got to choose what they wanted to add it back. Actually, no, it was Chapter 2, Season 8, because it was during the Herald season, in like the Alien season, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but it was when Fortnite, no, like the people got to choose what to add back to the game. So like I remember some of the options was a mech. That almost got close. The mech, it was like the boogie bombs and like impulse grenades, like something like that. It would just make it so much better. And in 1 week you could just go all out and just make it to where like Infinity Blade, Mythic Gun, or like like a LTM, you know? It's like I said, it's a small things that they can add that will just make the game so much better. So now I'm gonna be getting into the activity of people playing Fortnite. So Fortnite is at least the best game in the world right now. I mean, some people are gonna argue, because everyone has opinion. I mean, Roblox is also one of like the top ones, but also Roblox is also a game where you can play on your phone. But I mean, you could also play Fortnite on your phone, but there's only specific phones that you can play on. Like I can't play Fortnite on my phone because I have a certain phone, But Fortnite has at least 100,000 people, not even 100,000 people playing Battle Royale. 200,000 people playing Zero Build, and like just a bunch of people playing Battle Royale, and like I said, a bunch of people playing creative maps. And like I don't think no other game could really beat that besides, Roblox, because like I said, it's a game that you can put on your phone. But also, I mean, Fortnite, when they get in the prime, that's when they're doing something good. But in my opinion, right now, I think Fortnite is doing great. I think Fortnite is doing, and I don't think what's doing the best for the community, but I think it's like, I think they're doing what some of the community wants. I mean, like, they took out shockwaves. Like, remember that when, like, oh, another thing, when, like, I don't think they should have took out shockwaves. I mean, shockwaves, to be honest, when I got into a fight and someone was running away with a shockwave, that got really annoying. But also, it's also the game, so, it just gets to, I mean, I guess they were giving what the people wanted, but also most people didn't want that too, So that's also why I said it should make like a poll, and like people should vote until one person gets a majority, And I think there should be another great idea that I'm thinking, like, if I owned Fortnite, a good idea I would think of is like every 2 weeks or like month, every week, there's a new Fortnite map. So like, there's 7 chapters. I don't even know how many seasons, like 60 seasons, something like that. But each like 2 weeks, there's a new like Fortnite map of like one of the seasons, And then there, like, that would be like a game mode of where you could, like, each week, like I said, they would just change a Fortnite map, So it could be it would be like chapter 1 season 8, chapter 2 season 5, chapter 3 season 8, It would just like randomize, And it would, like, it's like I said, it's a small things that people want and they appreciate it. But when Fortnite gives something big out, like something huge, like, they don't appreciate it as much as they should, Like, they don't take it for granted while it's still there, Like, I wish I could go back to Fortnite OG. I mean, like I said, the Fortnite remix, that was so fun. Like, one of my best chapters was there. I mean, it was just so fun. And Fortnite competitive, I think they should bring back Arena, but also Fortnite ranked. I mean, I'm Unreal. I think it's a great idea, but I also think Arena was also a great idea. Also, Arena late game, I feel like that was a great opportunity for like pros, people that want to be pro, to start like going pro, to start practicing. But yeah, I think if they just start giving what the people want to them, I think Fortnite can make a great comeback. And I believe they can. So that's exactly why I believe Fortnite is one of the best games and they can make a comeback. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.